I'm just going to say it. Paul Reiser sucks. Yes, his show sucks. But Paul Reiser himself sucks. Thank you. I need to get that off my chest.
Noyjeetut, Noyjeetut. Everybody loves some Noyjeetut. Noyjeetut, Noyjeetut. Everybody loves some Noyjeetut.
So, yeah, I was thinking maybe this would be a slow week. I wouldn't have any stories to tell or anything I have opinions on. But actually, this kind of fell into my lap. The story of Evan Emery. You want to hear the story of Evan Emery, boys and girls? Yeah! Let's get to the story of Evan Emery. Alright, so Evan Emery is this young fella who wants to make viral videos. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? So he wants to make viral videos, and he likes music. He's big into music, and he went to a local preschool and played a song for the boys and girls. A cutesy little song for the boys and girls, and they all loved it and ate it all up. Right? And he's taping the reactions, and it's all fun and games, and it's all cutesy rootsy, and it's, yeah. So then, he takes that footage home, puts it on his computer, uploads it. He puts it on his computer, and then he goes back to the school on a Saturday or something when it was off and no one was there, and he did a dirty song. He played a dirty song, a very explicit song where he's talking about having very intimate acts with the children. And then they show their faces on the edited stuff, and they're all smiling and giggling because they're hearing the cutesy little song, and then he's playing the dirty song, and he uploaded it on YouTube's, and instant hit. It's huge. It's huge. It does good business. It does good business. It cleans up. So, right. You following me? You following me so far? Yeah. Alright. Here's the problem. Evan Emery never got the permission of the parents of those kids to use their kids in that manner. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. So, here's what happens next, right? He gets in a lot of trouble. He gets sentenced to... I gotta get it up here. I gotta get it all up here. $60 days in jail, 2 years probation, 200 hours of community service, mandatory canceling and fines and costs, and when he emerges from jail, Emery can't be within 500 feet of children under the age of 17. All for a comedy attempt gone awry. Also, he lost his job. It goes without saying, but he lost his job. He lost his job. Now, what he did was wrong, right? We can all agree that that's wrong. You can't, parents can prostitute the kids however they want, and the way they're trying this is child pornography. Even though he never was in class with a kid, he did some clever editing and made it look like the kids were there, but he never even had a kid there. Now, what I find funny is there are all kinds of comedians and shows. The League has this birthday song. I'm going to put some of the tags in my tags, and hopefully it'll be, it'll be over there on the sidebar. Over here, so, yeah, it'll be over here. Hopefully. Maybe it's not. But the League did a birthday song that was very explicit, and their kids in the scene, they may take the kids out, I'm not sure, because it's real tricky with the close-ups. They probably do that. But I know Dave Chappelle did his bit with Oscar the Grouch. I live in a trash can, bitch. Will Ferrell had a little baby pretend to be his landlord in some little comedy skit. I'm pretty sure he called her a bitch. Wonder shows, and hell, they did a rape scene with Dakota Fanning. But see, that's perfectly legal because the parents signed off on it. You get it? And it's okay if a parent prostitutes their own child out, because by their law, this guy is a child pornographer, even though he never had any contact with children. Oh boy. But if a parent wants their kids to be in these kinds of scenes or stuff, they can rightfully sign a contract and vouch for them and prostitute their own children to the highest bidder. Oh yes, that's how we work here in America. So my big problem is it's way overboard. Yes, I do think there should be a punishment, but they went over the line. Here's some other little notes and quotes I'll throw out there. Ugh, there's some stuff here. Makes me ill. He was charged for unlawful posting of an internet message with aggravating circumstances. I guess the First Amendment didn't cross over to the online world, did it? It didn't quite cross over that line. It just spaghetti-o, because I think that would cover that. Unlawful posting of an internet message with aggravating circumstances. How many? I bet that applies to a lot of my videos. Oh yes, some of the raunchy things I've said, some of the awful things I've said. They need to lock me up fast. Here's a quote from a fellow parent. Fellow parent Charles Willick said, "An innocence was taken, something that we as parents try very hard to keep. Something we hold sacred and dear was taken from the kids." Not unless you show them the video. Did you show them the video? Did you show the kids the video? I hope you didn't show them the video. Please tell me you didn't show. I give up. There's just not much I could say. It's just stupid. And here's the problem too. He's going to jail, and inmates love to find out what you're in jail for. That's a big game in jail. What are you in jail for? What'd you do? And then they'll get on the computers, and they'll get someone to tell them, and this guy's going to be the child porn guy, even though it's not child pornography. But once prisoners hear that, you might as well just ring that dinner bell, or that triangle, or whatever you want to ring, because he's going to get eaten. He's going to get eaten alive in that prison. Or jail. It won't be as bad as prison. I've heard things go down in jail too, though. Anyway. Yeah. Well, let's see if I can modify this to what I would want. I'd keep the 2 hours of community service. And maybe keep the counseling. And lose everything else. That 500 feet of a child under the age of 17. Really? Really? That just blows my mind. That's just the nanny state we're living in. Oh dear. I was coming outside the house, and on the side of the house there was a small lizard. I reached out my hand like so, see if I could touch the lizard. The lizard then jumped. He jumped onto me and crawled up my shoulder. It was amazing, let me tell you that. Luckily, right after this happened, Briggs came out. Briggs has been on a killing lizards tear of late. He has killed at least 5 that we know of. He hates lizards. This lizard might have very well been dead if he didn't take my tree branch of an arm as safe refuge like he did. Briggs passed under my feet, not detecting anything, and went on about his business. The lizard then crawled down the other hand and jumped off onto a step. That, to me, people, that was meant to happen. I was in the right place at the right time. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just a little product complaint here. These are some Warhead gummies I got from good old Big Lots, and they have these sour meter now. See, really sour, blah blah blah. All right, these Warheads were not sour at all. They were not sour. No, they were sweet. They were very sweet. They weren't sour. I don't understand. I don't know. It just seems like when I was a kid, right? Warheads, like you would put a Warhead in your mouth and you would pass out for that first time. It was just Like, oh man, mind blown. This is awful, awful, awful. Can I get past it? There's like a threshold of pain involved. And now they come out with this crap, and it's not even sour. Warheads, you've let your product drop. You let your product drop. Pick it back up. Pick it back up and run with it. I have all the music from Beauty and the Beast on my iPod. And, you know, it's been real nice and stuff. I like listening to it. It makes me happy. My favorite Disney movie, by the way. So I'm listening to Beauty and the Beast, and I find something, a little Easter egg, if you will, of a little error, a little loophole, a little problem in the prologue, where this woman who's less than pretty comes to the prince's door and offers him a rose to stay a night in his castle. Some weird game some chick plays. And he curses him that on his 21st birthday, he'll forever be a beast. And when you see him, he's a grown effing man. This guy towers over this old witch lady that then turns into a queen of some sorts. Or a sorceress. I don't know. I forget. But anyway, he's grown. He's grown-ass man. I don't know. I guess maybe he's 18 visually. Grown-ass. Grown-ass. So then there's that song, you know, be our guest, no. Alright, so like midway through that song there's this quiet point, right? There's this quiet point where he goes over to the clock, and this is the candlestick. Candlestick's hilarious. The candlestick's like holding up his arm and saying, for 10 years we've been rusting. 10 years. So for 10 years you've been rusting. So for 10 years you've been household objects. So that means 10 years ago that sorceress came. And yet it's almost this guy's 21st birthday. Which means when that sorceress came, he was 10 years old. So that means the sorceress asked the 10-year-old to stay with him throughout the night. Yeah. With everything your parents have taught you about talking to strangers, his response was very correct. Very correct. She had no right to turn him into a beast because he refused lodging to a stranger. That's not how the world works. And I like how it's all right afterwards because she made herself beautiful. Doesn't matter. He still would have rejected her because she's a stranger. She's a stranger. This is women in their games. Women like to play these games. That's why women don't have magic in real life. Because they abuse their powers all the effing time. They'd be like, I'm ugly now and you rejected me. Boosh! I'm pretty now. And now you can't have me. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? We're not even in a relationship and you playing all these games. I just met you. I just met you and you're crazy. I don't want none of that. Oh yeah, babe. So yeah, I thought that's kind of funny, isn't it? Who does that? Really, who does it? Who asks a 10-year-old if they could lodge at their castle? I don't. You shouldn't. But that old lady did. And then she's like, you can't have none of this. I'm 10 years old. I don't know what you're talking about. What's all of this and this? And she's like, you gotta be a beast now, man. You gotta be a beast. And she made him into a beast. Because she's a stupid bitch. She's a stupid bitch. A stupid bitch. Oh yes, and the video of the week is below. And it's of a police officer abusing his power. That never happens. Tape him good, because who knows, maybe you can catch him fucking up. It's kind of fun.